Mosby's Nursing Skills is an online skills and procedures reference system that was built using learning management system functionality. In this video guide, I will be taking you through all of the available features and explain how to use each of them. The administrative homepage is the main page or hub for creating, editing, and managing content, tasks, and communications on Mosby's Nursing Skills. When you log in, by default, the page opens to the Skills or Learner view. By clicking on the Admin tab, you will access the administrative side of the product. Depending on the administrative privileges granted to your user account, you might not have permission to do everything that you see in this presentation. Permissions for each section can be restricted for each user's account. If you do not see the Admin tab at all, then your user account does not have administrative permissions. If you do not have access to a specific section that you need, you will have to contact the product administrator at your institution in order to get the necessary permissions added to your account. You can learn more about the administrative permissions in the section titled Learners under Access Management. The navigation pane on the left side of the screen provides access to each of the administrative functions available on Mosby's Nursing Skills. The main portion of the page contains two sections: Current Announcements and Current Tasks. Both are used to inform you of active items that you have created within Mosby's Nursing Skills. Current Announcements shows announcements that you created which are currently active and visible to the assigned users. Current Tasks shows tasks that you have created which are currently active and available to the assigned learners. The Skills Content Management section provides administrators the ability to create new skills or edit an existing skills content. This section is permission-based. If you do not have permission to add or edit content, then you will not see the Skills Content Management section. If this section is not available, contact the product administrator at your institution to see about having them grant you this permission. The Index tab allows you to browse alphabetically by title for skills to edit. Some letters are grayed out and you are not able to select them. This means that there are no skills with titles that start with these letters. The Specialty and Category tabs allow you to browse for skills to edit by the specialties or categories that the skills are listed under. You also have the ability to search for specific skills that you need to edit by using the search bar towards the top center of the page. Simply enter the term that you would like to find in the search box, hit go, and a list of results based on your search term will be displayed. By performing an advanced search, you can do a keyword search for skills that fall into a specific specialty. The Management section provides administrators a variety of tools to manage learner competencies and communication with learners and other administrators of Mosby's Nursing Skills at your institution. The Announcements section allows you to create and edit announcements to be sent to other users of the product. The Tasks section is where you can create and edit tasks to be assigned to your learners. Checklist Grades is where preceptors grade checklists that have been assigned to them. Monitor Progress allows admins to review the progress of assignments for learners and tasks. Transcripts allows admins to review users' completed tests and checklist data, including self-assigned skills. Mosby's Skill Updates provide you with information on recent Mosby's Nursing Skills content updates. And Version History lists previous content changes made by Mosby and your institution, including any comments about the edits, the admin that made each edit, and the date each edit was made. Announcements are a great communication tool that allow you to place messages on another user's homepage. This section is permission-based. If you do not have permission to create announcements, then you will not see the announcements link. If this link is not visible, contact the product administrator at your institution to see about having them grant you this permission. You can view existing announcements by clicking on the Announcements link on the left. Click on an announcement title to edit the announcement. You can edit the start and expiration dates, title, importance, message, and recipients. To create a new announcement, click on the Add New button on the right. To edit an existing announcement, click on the title of the announcement you want to edit in the list. To copy an announcement, hit Copy to the right of the title of the announcement you wish to copy. Whether you are creating a new announcement, editing an existing one, or copying one, you will be taken to the Manage an Announcement page. From here, you can choose the title, start and expiration dates, select if it is of high importance, and enter the body of the message. Announcements will not show up for your learners until the start date hits, and they will come down when the expiration date hits. Use the text editing tool to compose your announcement. You will need to assign the recipients that you want to receive the announcement through the Learners, Groups, or Facility/Department tab at the bottom of the page. To add learners, choose a name from the left Available Learners box by clicking on the name and then clicking the single right arrow button to move the name to the selected learners box on the right. Clicking the double right arrow button moves the entire list of available learners to the selected learners box. Do the same for any groups or departments that need to be added by clicking on the Groups or Facility Department tabs and move the necessary items to the box on the right. To remove recipients from any of the selected boxes, highlight the appropriate names and then click the single left arrow button or click the double left arrow button to remove the entire list. Once you have added all of the necessary users, click Save. The announcement will now display on the Announcements page where you can edit, copy, or delete it. And remember, the announcement will only be visible to learners while it is between the start and expiration dates. To delete an announcement, click on the Announcements link in the Skills Management section to the left. Once you have found the announcement that you want to delete, click the Delete button to the right of that announcement. A confirmation message will display. Click OK to confirm that you want to delete this announcement. The announcement will be deleted from the system and will no longer show on the Announcements page or be visible to any users. Tasks are assignments created by administrators and used to track the competency of their learners using the testing and checklist functionality. In the Tasks section, you can create new tasks, edit or copy existing tasks, and delete tasks. A task can contain any number of skills, are given due dates, and are assigned to specific learners. This section is permission-based. If you do not have permission to add or edit tasks, then you will not see the Tasks section. If this section is not visible, contact the product administrator at your institution to see about having them grant you this permission. To create a new task, click the task link in the Skills Management section to the left and click the Add New button on the right. To edit an existing task, use the available search filter. You can refine your search further by choosing an additional filter. A total of 2 filters can be used. Or you can simply hit the Show Results button without any data in the second drop-down menu to get a list of all tasks in the system. Click on the title of the task that you would like to edit. If you want to copy an existing task, click on the Copy Task link to the right of the task title. If you want to delete a task, click on the Delete Task link. Whether you create a new task, edit an existing one, or copy one, you will be taken to the Manage a Task page, where the rest of the process is the same. You will need to complete the required task parameters, task name, start date, and due date. You can now select the appropriate testing requirements. Check whether you want to include the test and indicate the percentage required to pass. You can also include the preceptor checklist. If you choose to add a preceptor checklist, you will need to assign the preceptor to this task. You also have the ability to send email reminders related to this task. There are 2 types of reminders available. The first one allows you to send out a notice to all learners assigned to this task to inform them that they have a new task assignment. The second option is to send out a reminder notice a certain number of days before the task is due. The administrator has the ability to change the number of days as they see fit. These notices are sent to the email address that is listed in each learner's account. If no email address is listed in a learner's account, then they will not receive these notices. Next, you will need to assign recipients to receive the task through the Learners, Groups, and Facility/Department tabs. To add recipients, choose a name, group, or department from the left box by clicking on the item. Now click on the right arrow button to move the highlighted item to the selected box on the right. Clicking the double right arrow button moves the entire list of items to the selected box. To remove recipients from the selected box, highlight the items you want to remove and hit the left arrow button, or hit the double left arrow button to remove the entire list of items in the selected box. If you have chosen to include the preceptor checkoff checklist, then you must select a preceptor who will have the ability to grade this task. You can include as many preceptors as you like, but only one preceptor has to enter each checklist in the system. If you want the ability to grade a checklist yourself, you will need to add your name as a preceptor for this task. When choosing which of the available skills to add to an assignment, you have the ability to sort them by specialty, category, or all. Click on the radio button next to the appropriate grouping. Choose a specialty or category from the drop-down menu below the available skills grouping, or enter the term in the search box and hit the Find button. The available skills box will refresh with results based on your search term. To add skills to the assignment, choose skills from the left box and move them to the right using the arrows. Once you have all the necessary skills in the box on the right, hit Save. The task will be displayed on the Admin Task page and will be visible to learners on the start date. Checklist Grades allows an administrator to enter grades for learners that have performed a skill while being assessed by a preceptor. Preceptors have access to grade any task to which they have been assigned. A preceptor can grade an entire skill for all assigned learners at once, or can select individual learners to grade. Once a checklist is passed, the information entered for the checklist is locked and cannot be changed. This section is permission-based. If you do not have permission to access this section, then you will not see the checklist grades link. If this link is not visible, contact the product administrator at your institution to see about having them grant you this permission. To check for tasks assigned to you, click on the Checklist Grades link on the left-hand side under the Skills Management section. You can search for checklists that have been assigned to you by using the available filters. Select a checklist search filter. Choose an item that you wish to filter with from the adjacent drop-down menu and hit Show Results. You can refine your search further by adding an additional filter by clicking on the plus sign button to the right of Show Results. To get a list of all checklists assigned to you, simply hit the Show Results button without selecting any data in the second drop-down menu. Once you have chosen the appropriate filters and necessary info, hit Show Results. You can grade a checklist for groups of learners without having to grade each individual step of the skill. Click on the task name to see a list of all skills assigned to the task. Click on a skill name to get a list of the learners assigned to that skill. Once you have chosen a skill, the Grade Learners by Skill page lists the learners assigned to that skill. To pass or fail all learners assigned to this skill, mark the box in front of the appropriate selection. You can also leave a universal comment for all learners by typing a comment into the box provided. To grade each individual learner separately, select Pass or Fail from the drop-down menu after the learner's name and leave an individual comment for each learner. Checklists, which were previously passed, will already be marked as passed, and the Grade pull-down menu will be grayed out, indicating that this field is locked. Once you have all of the necessary learners graded and comments entered, you need to scroll to the bottom of the page and hit Save. The preceptor column will be entered automatically based on the preceptor who graded the checklist. To grade an individual on each step of the checklist, click on the name of the learner that you want to grade, and the full checklist will load for that learner. Preceptors can grade each step of the checklist as satisfactory, unsatisfactory, or not performed, and add any necessary comments for each step. At the bottom, the preceptor can leave overall comments about the checklist. To complete grading the checklist, the preceptor must select an overall pass or fail grade and hit Save. Monitor Progress allows the administrator to track the status of assigned tasks. You have the ability to filter your results, print them, and export them. This section is permission-based. If you do not have permission to add or edit tasks, then you will not see the Monitor Progress section. If this section is not visible, contact the product administrator at your institution to see about having them grant you this permission. To search through Monitor Progress, click the Monitor Progress link in the Skills Management section to the left. Select a search filter and choose an item from the adjacent drop-down menu and hit Show Results. You can refine your search further by choosing an additional filter by clicking on the plus sign next to the Show Results button. To get a list of everything in the system, you can simply hit the Show Results button without entering any data in the second drop-down menu. Results are displayed based on the selected filter and filter by item. At the top of the list, a drop-down menu to the right allows all records to be viewed or filtered further by selecting complete or incomplete items. The list of results can be exported to Excel or printed. Depending on the search filter you choose to use, a variety of data can be displayed. If you've selected to filter by the Assigned by Administrator, Department/Facility, Due Date Range, or Group, your results will be listed alphabetically by task name and also include the number of learners assigned, the number of skills assigned, the due date for each task, and the number of tests and checklists completed per total number assigned. The Learner column displays the number of learners assigned to the task. The number is a link that, when clicked, displays an alphabetical list of all learners assigned to the task and the progress of each learner. In this list, you will see that the Skills column displays the number of skills assigned to each learner, and the number is a link that, when clicked, shows the list of each skill assigned to the learner and the completion data for each one. If we go back to the original list of learners, you will see that the number in the Skills column is a link as well. The Skills column displays the number of skills assigned to the task. When this number is clicked, it displays an alphabetical list of all skills assigned to the task, and the progress of all learners according to each skill. If you've selected to filter your results by the learner's name, then your results are listed alphabetically by the names of the skills assigned to the selected learner and include the task name, the due date, the date completed, the score for each skill, the number of test attempts, and the checklist grade. The checklist grade column shows the grade received. If the checklist was passed, then the grade will be a link, which, when clicked, displays the graded checklist for this skill. If you have chosen to filter your results by skill name, then your results will be listed alphabetically by the learner names that have the selected skill assigned to them, and the list includes task name, due date, date completed, score, test attempts, and checklist grades. The checklist grade column again shows the grade received. If the checklist was passed, then the grade will be a link which, when clicked, displays the graded checklist for this skill. If you have chosen to filter your results by the task name, then your results will be listed alphabetically by the skill names that were assigned to the task, and the list includes learners, tests completed, and checklists completed. The learners column displays the number of learners assigned to each skill. The number is a link which, when clicked, displays an alphabetical list of all learners assigned to the skill and the progress of each learner. The transcript section allows the administrator to review completed skills and tasks by learner through several different search filters. This section is permission-based. If you do not have permission to add or edit tasks, then you will not see the transcript section. If this section is not visible, contact the product administrator at your institution to see about having them grant you this permission. To review transcripts, click the transcript link in the Skills Management section to the left. Select a filter to search by. Choose an item to filter by from the adjacent drop-down menu and hit Show Results. You can refine your search further by choosing an additional filter by clicking on the plus sign button. To get a list of all transcripts in the system, you can simply hit the Show Results button without entering any data in the second drop-down menu. A drop-down menu to the right under the filter allows all records to be viewed, or filter further by choosing to show only active or inactive. Results are listed alphabetically by the learner name and include the skill name, task name, date completed, status of the task, the test score, number of attempts, the checklist grade with a link to view any past checklists, and a link to a PDF version of a completion certificate that can be printed or saved. Most of the column headers are links that can be clicked to sort the list by the chosen header. Clicking on a header multiple times will switch the list between ascending and descending order. Results can also be exported or printed. Manage learners within groups. The Groups feature is used to create a list of learners that can be utilized to assign tasks and send announcements to. This section is permission-based. If you do not have permission to add or edit groups, then you will not see the groups link. If this link is not visible, contact the product administrator at your institution to see about having them grant you this permission. To manage groups, click on the Groups link in the Access Management section to the left. To create a new group, hit the Add New button on the right. If you'd like to edit an existing group, select the name of the group from the list that appears. Whether you are creating a new group or editing an existing one, you will be taken to the Manage a Group page. You will first need to choose the name of the group. To find specific learners to add to this group, enter the learner's last name or at least the first few letters in the search box and hit the Find button. To pull a list of all learners in the system, enter the % in the search box and hit Find. A list of learners is populated in the Learners Not in Group box based on your search criteria. To add learners to this group, choose the name from the Learners Not in Group box and move them to the Learners in Group box on the right. If you want the learners you are adding to this group to be assigned all of the active tasks that this group is assigned to, then place a mark in the box provided. Once you have added the necessary learners to this group, hit Save. Usage reports provide administrators tools to review, export, and print usage data related to how much each content section is being viewed or which skills are accessed most. The Content Views report allows the administrator to review how much each content section is being viewed per month. To run a Content Views usage report, click the Content Views link in the Usage Reports section to the left. Enter a date range in the space provided or use the calendar icon to select the date range and hit Show Results. If you want to pull usage stats for the past 12 months, simply hit the Show Results button without any dates in the Date Range field. The results are listed by date and include each of the types of content found within each skill. Each of the content headers is a link that can be used to sort the list by that header's title. Click on a header's title multiple times will switch the list between ascending and descending order. Results can be exported or printed by clicking on the appropriate button at the top of the report. The Top Viewed Skills report allows the administrator to review a list of the top 25 skills being accessed each month. To run this report, click the Top Viewed Skills link in the Usage Reports section to the left. Enter a date range in the space provided or use the calendar icon to select your range. Remember, if you want to pull usage stats for the past 12 months, simply hit the Show Results button without any dates in the date range fields. The results are listed by skill name and include a column for each month in the date range that was selected. Each of the column headers is a link that can be used to sort the list by that header's title. Results can be exported or printed by clicking on the appropriate button at the top right of the report.